you need to start carrying yourself like you were somebody in this world. You have less than 1 minute to tell somebody exactly how they should treat you, exactly where they should place you in terms of value mentally, based off of your first impression. And so many of you, because you were not sure how to do that or you weren't taught how to do that, self-assassinate. You give the wrong signals to the people that you are meeting for the first time, to the people that you were in conversations in, to people that you want partnership with, based off of the way that you talk, the way that you walk, and the things that you say. I think it's very important to note that if you want to carry yourself like you're somebody in this world, understand that your brain doesn't need to be there yet. You don't need to be thinking there yet. You just need to do. I don't care if you think that what you have to say is not important. I don't care if you think that you are not belonging in a certain space or room. I don't care if you think that your skills or your intelligence or your value or your worth is not as much as other people. What I do care about is the fact that you are letting other people see that. Fix your behavior, your mannerisms, and the way that you appear, because I don't want people to perceive you the way that you are perceiving yourself. If you let your body do the talking first, your brain will catch up eventually. So that's why I say I don't care what you think right now, because as long as you act like you are somebody in this world, your brain will eventually catch up and start thinking like it as well. In order to do that, there are certain mannerisms and behavioral patterns that we need to fix, because they are the reason why you keep getting mentally rejected by other people. There was a series of things that I witnessed in the past couple of weeks and in a couple of the past events that I've been to since my hiatus on this channel, and it riled up some form of righteous anger in me, because I love to help women. I love to help specifically insecure women, because I used to be one. And so when I see people telling other people in their body language, in the way that they talk, and in what they say without saying anything explicitly, that they lack self-worth and what they have to say is not important, therefore you should also deem it not important, it irks me like nothing has irked me before. It genuinely pisses me off, because depending on who you are, I can't just go up to you and help you. I can't just go up to you and talk to you, because who am I? You don't know who I am. However, I did help somebody. You need to stop fidgeting and stop touching your clothes. The amount of people that I see just constantly, and stop fiddling with your hair too. If you were somebody that wants to become a high value person, you are going to put yourself in high value rooms. So if you are constantly fidgeting and doing that, do you think a high value person is going to want you in their circle? Do you think a high value person is going to invite you into another high value space based off of the way that you were presenting yourself? Absolutely not, because you're not telling them to. You're telling them that you are not somebody that they should be looking out for just because of you doing this. If you have something that you need to fix or pull up or pull down, excuse yourself to the bathroom and do it in there, and don't touch it when you come back. Stop fidgeting, stop flipping, stop. I was doing a conversation session a couple weeks ago, and we got told that around 70% of the cues that other people pick up are non-verbal. 70% of our communication is non-verbal. You were talking 70% of the time without saying anything, and you were telling people with your body that you are not important, that they shouldn't listen to you, that they should write you off, and that they should not look out for you next time. Please stop. Please stop. You really don't have to say anything for people to write you off. If you were in a particular room, it's because you have the merit, the skills, and the expertise, and the the requirements to be in that room. If I'm invited to a wedding, it's because I meet the requirement of being that person's friend, and so therefore I have a pass to go. If I do not know that person, if I do not know them in an intimate capacity, they're not going to invite me. If you got accepted to a prestigious uni, if you're going to a prestigious uni, if you were doing an incredibly difficult subject, if you were in a business summit or like a business event or whatever, and you were in a room full of these people, you are there because you have the skills and the merit to be in that room. Act like it. act like it. I want you to stop being written off. I want you to be thought highly of. I want you to be thought of, period, after interactions, so people can accelerate you, remember you, have a good impression of you. Hence why I'm doing this video, and hence why I might seem a little bit annoyed whilst I'm talking. Second thing, stop verbally processing. I did not know that people did this. I genuinely, I guess it just never crossed my mind. You were saying things that should be kept inside, outside. And most of the time, they are not positive thoughts. Most of the times, they're not thoughts that are going to tell people that you're a confident person or that you're somebody that has very high knowledge or high expertise. Most of the time, it's going to be your anxious thoughts, your limiting thoughts, your self-deprecating thoughts. Let me give you an example. This is not verbatim, but this is something that I witnessed. So this person put up their hand and they were like, so I had a question. So my question was, I don't really know how to speak properly. I'm so sorry. So how do you, when you do this, how do you blah, blah, blah? And wait, no. Yes, no. Yes, sorry. So blah, 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 blah. It was just like, no, because that particular person as well, very intelligent, very smart, studies an incredibly complex degree, has something to bring of value, is an incredibly inquisitive person, but people are not getting that impression because of the way she was talking. It is also very important to note that this particular person is not an introvert. They are not an introvert. They are one of the most extroverted people I have ever met. So this is not a question of introversion versus extroversion. Internally process. If you're somebody that audibly processes like that, learn how to internally process. Think about what you were going to say, formulate the whole sentence in your mind and then say it. If you are getting stuck, pause, stop, think about what you were going to say. Or if you do need a little bit more than a second, just be like, sorry, can you give me 5 seconds to formulate my question and then come back to me? Or just give me 5 seconds to formulate what I'm about to say. That's all you need to say. One simple sentence. Don't figure it out whilst you're talking. It does not give a good impression. Learn how to internally process. I promise you, it will give a better first impression than you doing the first thing. What's another thing? Another thing that I noticed. Oh my goodness, stop oversharing. Stop oversharing. When you are saying more than necessary or saying what does not need to be said in a particular conversation or context, it doesn't give up. It conveys the impression that you are somebody that has low self-worth or doesn't have very many connections or doesn't have very many good or stable relationships. That's what it's telling people. It does not give off the best vibe. It does not tell people in a positive way how to treat you, how to respond to you, and where to place you mentally. Most of the time when you're oversharing, it's because you think that what you have to say alone is not important or not enough. So you're adding things on top of it to have this this hot pot of knowledge or of words that you have to say. So hopefully something in there will be something tasty for that person. You are literally going to a prestigious university. There's a reason why you're there. What you have to say is enough. Stop adding things onto it. You are in a prestigious program or doing a prestigious course, or you have learned so many things. You have something to say of value. Stop adding other things onto it. This word salad is not tasty. Unfortunately, people are not hungry. Stop giving them more food to eat. It's such a shame whenever I see girlies fidgeting, verb audibly processing, oversharing, or like cutting people off and talking over people in an attempt to prove themselves to people, because It conveys an air of desperation. It conveys an air of insecurity. It conveys an air of low self-worth. And because most of that communication is non-verbal, people are picking up on those cues and are doing what needs to be done with them, which means that they are writing you off. They are undermining you. Maybe they had something important to say to you before, but through what you have told them non-verbally, they're like, maybe she's not the best person to answer this. Maybe she's not the best person to ask for this. I will find somebody else to talk to. And that other person that they're going to talk to might not fidget, might not audibly process, might not, overshare and things like that, but they might know less than you. They might know less than you, yet they got the opportunity and you didn't, because of your nonverbal communication, because you were telling people exactly how to treat you and exactly where to place you mentally in terms of value based off of the way that you walk, how you talk, and the things that you say. First impressions mean everything. Stop self-assassinating. And that's it for today's video. I was literally walking back and I remembered this and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make a video on this. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you don't want to see me gone again. And also, it was my birthday. It was my birthday last week. I celebrated it. Happy birthday to me. But yeah, really take what I said into consideration, and I want you to go back and make these changes today. The next time you talk to somebody, I want you to stop fidgeting. The next time you talk to somebody, I want you to stop audibly processing. The next time you talk to somebody, I want you to conduct yourself and carry yourself in a manner that tells people I belong in this space. Even if you don't think that, let your body do the talking and your brain will catch up later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.